Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video here on the Final Quest TV YouTube channel. My name is, of course, Phantom, Alex, Nathan, Nath, whatever the fuck you want to call me, I'm not really particular. And today is a rather special day. Well, yesterday was a special day and I got a little bit of footage, but I was with my grandparents, so I wanted to spend time with them rather than producing YouTube videos all day. But today is different. We're going to be drinking quite early on. I've got a bottle of cider in my pocket and I'm trying out my new camera. Well, new camera, my new phone. It's the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I haven't really recorded many videos on it yet, so I'm very excited to do that. And I think it'll be a really, really good day. It's quite chilly, but I think I'm hoping it'll brighten up later on in the day. It did yesterday, so we should be in a bit of luck for that. But it's the 50th anniversary. The 50th anniversary of the opening of the West Somerset Railway. So we've got 2996 Victor down at the moment. That's the only visiting locomotive for today's little event. But like I said, it was going on yesterday, which is a Saturday. I believe it's now I can't check my watch because my sleeve is covering it. But it's going to be an interesting day. I'm hoping to hop between different stations, lots of different locomotives, a bit of diesel. It's quite mixed traction, so we've got a lot of steam. I know we've got 7812 Erlestoke Manor. I don't think Odney's running. I know we've got 9351, the Mogul. We've got the Class 115 diesel multiple unit operating up and down the line as well, but not doing full runs. But later on, there'll be a special little cameo, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Going somewhere that you don't really get to often go to on the West Somerset Railway. I've been before. I've recorded it before as well, which is quite cool. But it's going to be an interesting day. We're going to get lots done. Like I said, we're going to go visit a lot of different stations, hopefully, or at least a lot of different locomotives, and try and document as much as I possibly can throughout today. So I do ask for your patience whilst I learn how to properly record again. It's been like 6 months, like half a year since I last produced that YouTube video, which still isn't technically up on my channel by the time you're watching this video, but it will be before this video is up edited. Probably 2 years later when this video has finally been edited and we'll see it on the YouTube channel. But it's going to be a long day. I think we'll probably end around 6 or 8 p.m. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it'll be really good. It's nice to be back out on the railway. Absolutely amazing. And honestly, it's nice to be home again. You know, this is my home, the railway. Being able to ride down on the Heritage Railway with a pint of cider. I'm a cider drinker, I drink cider all of the day. I think it'll be great. So I will flip this camera around and get ready for the train to come into the platform. It's coming from Bishop's Lydde up to Minehead. That's to where we're going. We'll be hanging around for about 20-30 minutes, I think. And then we'll be, I'll give you guys an itinerary of what we're doing. Excuse me. When I figure out what I'm doing, because I don't even know what I'm doing. I just know I'm catching this train up to Minehead. And we'll go from there, really. I think that's the best way to do it. Play it by ear. I've got a little basic plan that I've got, but yeah, it should be interesting. So, without further ado, like I said, I'm going to flip this camera around and I'm going to get prepared for this train to come into the platform, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, goodbye, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. So, we are now travelling behind the West Somerset Railway's home locomotive, the 9351 Mogul, or one of several locomotives that actually belongs to West Somerset Railway. So we are going to Minehead. We're going to hang around for about 20-30 minutes, plenty of time for me to get a cup of tea and warm up. It's quite chilly today, so probably a lot of interior shots and things like that. But I'm going to try to avoid getting other people's faces in because I don't really have permission, but we are technically in a public place. I just want to be courteous. And then we're going to catch the same locomotive back to Minehead, so I'll be able to possibly film it getting filled up with water, and also it, doing the run around to go to the other end. That could be quite cool to film. It won't be going on turntable though, because there is no need for it to go on the turntable. And that's how cold it is. Quite chilly. And it should be interesting because we're going to go to Williton, and then we're going to catch 7812, I believe, Erlestoke Manor from Williton, back down to Minehead, I believe. Yes, back down to Minehead again. And then I believe we're going to swap for D7017, and then we will, well, the best way for me to do it is play it by ear, because I can make a plan, but whether or not I stick to that plan is a completely different thing. So, without further ado, I will leave you guys be. There you go, look. So we're currently going past the Washford Memorial Ground, I believe, with all the parks and stuff like that. Oh no, you just saw an engineer. This was actually the place, almost the place, I believe, where there was a line-side fire last year. I don't know, I don't think this train is actually stopping at Washford. I don't think it's stopping at Dunster. I may be wrong. We're about to find out, because we're about to pass Washford, so I'm very excited to be back into recording, especially since everything looks a lot better now. I'm very excited, very happy. I'm no longer on the 14 Pro Max, which was a good phone, by the way, really good phone, but the colours on this and stuff like that is just way better. And when I plug in my external SSD, it allows me to record in 4K 120 in Dolby Vision, in ProRes, and well, it just, there you go. We're not stopping at Watford, we're going straight past. So yeah, it's a non-stop service now to Minehead, I believe. It's just so chilly. And yeah, it should be a really good time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have a few drinks. I'm gonna crack open my bottle of cider now, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, goodbye. I'll see you in Minehead. Bye for now. Good morning, we are back. We're in Minehead now, actually, and this is a locomotive that I'm going to be on later on. D7017, I believe it's a Class 33 Hymek. I may be wrong, it's probably a Class 35. I always get everything wrong when it comes to these things. I got a cup of tea. Yep, nice cup of tea. I left the tea bag in to make it and keep it nice and strong. It's all good. We're going to go sit on the train. We're going to warm up a little bit. It's starting to clear up, which is good. It did just start spitting earlier. It was a little bit wet, but nothing too major, actually. I've definitely seen worse in the UK. Hail, rain, thunder, lightning. I've seen it all. Snow. If anybody remembers Beasts from the East, that was quite a show. But we're about to get back on the train. We're still under 9351, which is a home West Somerset Railway Mogul. And then we'll be swapping at Williton to go get 7812, which is Erlestoke Manor, which is a manor class. The same class as 7822, which is Oddly Manor. So, should be interesting. It's definitely going to be a long day. Lots to do, lots to see, lots to experience. Of course, everybody's taking up the bloody compartments. Shit. There's loads of people. That was an awkward cut, so I do apologise if that was quite abrupt. I'm sat down now, again, 9351, it's a West Somerset Railway Mogul. We are, like I said, we're going to head over to Willerton now, so back down the line, yeah, go see 7812 Erlestoke Manor, and back up in Minehead. I'm going to meet up with my grandparents for a little bit before taking D7017 over to Bishop's Lydeard, where I will show you guys a little bit of the museum. Yeah, it should be interesting. Look forward to it. I don't know, well, I don't really know what else is happening after that, so when I'm on the train, I'll be drinking my cider, and we will figure out what's going on. Should be cool. Oh, look, the little shunting diesel is actually running. Is it running? Or are they just cold starting it? It's definitely a cold start. It's quite smoky, even though it's a diesel. So, I will leave you guys be now. Just a little bit of quick check-up. And I'll see if I can get some interesting footage as we're heading down the line. See if I can see anything cool. Should be cool. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. So we're now at Willerton Station, which is very different. I rarely get to go to Willerton. Usually it's Minehead, Bishop's Lydeard, and I change at either of those, or Blue Anchor on a very rare occasion as well. But we're at we're at Willerton. Here, you can see that's our train pulling, and that is 7812 Erlestoke Manor. So I've got to go down to the other side, and we will get on it. I'm going to flip the camera around so I can show you guys it pulling into the platform. See you soon. So I'm now on the 7812 Erlestoke Manor. No seats, obviously. It's kind of midday now, so it's going to start getting a little bit busier. Weirdly, not many people seem to be on 9351 though, but my guess to that is because this came down from Bishop's Lydeard, so I'm assuming most people came down from Taunton and then caught a bus over to Bishop's Lydeard. And yeah, so probably most people are on holiday. That's why that train wasn't necessarily that busy, because it came from Minehead. But even then, that train originated from Bishop's Lydeard, because I caught it down, watch it coming down from Bishop's Lydeard to Minehead. So I don't know. But it's quite busy now, so I'm gonna kind of film as much as I possibly can. But I want to also be quite careful because I don't really want to get other people in the videos as well. So, but we are heading down now to Minehead, and I'm going to meet up with my grandparents a little bit. Probably have another cup of tea, and then we're going to get D7017, which is gorgeous blue. We're going to catch D7017 all the way from Minehead right down to Bishop's Lydeard. And like I said, we'll figure out a plan there on the train. I doubt it'll be too busy because most people are here for the steams, and it wasn't that busy last night. So, but we will see. You know, diesels are cool, so maybe it'll be a bit of a surprise. Maybe it'll be quite busy. Who knows? Who knows? It should be interesting. Now I'm looking forward to it. I like mixed traction, but I'm really looking forward to later on when we get to ride the Class 115 diesel multiple unit from Willerton over to somewhere else that isn't just Bishop's Lydeard. But yes, So we'll go to Bishop's Lydiard when we get on D7017. And then I'll give you guys a bit of a walk around, show you guys around a little bit. Yeah, should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to end the video here. Well, not the video itself. I'm going to end this clip here. And see you guys back at Mineheads. Maybe I can film the runaround. Who knows? I'll see you guys soon. Take care. So we are just pulling into Blue Anchor, and literally as we speak. There we go. We only have Dunster to go, and then we are back into Minehead again for the third time today. It should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to meet up with my grandparents. I'm going to see if I'm going to try to film the runaround when it comes in and then goes out, but I don't think I will be able to. But I should be able to film the runaround at Bishop's Lydiard when D7017 comes in and then has to go to the events. It'll be really cool. But yeah, no, it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be, like I said, it's still going to be quite a busy day. I'm going to try to get as much footage as I possibly can, but it is still quite busy on the line. But I think I'm going to leave it here until we get to Minehead possibly, or when I'm on the train behind D7017. I just want to keep giving you guys a bit of an update on what's happening, so it's not like a 2-minute video. Yeah, it should be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm on D7017 or when we get to Bishop's Lydiard. I'm not really sure what the plan is, so I've got to figure that out as well. Like I said, I'll figure that out when I'm on the train heading up to Bishop's Lydiard, and we'll see. But yeah, I've got 2 goals today. That's to get on the DMU at Willerton at some point when it's going up the line. And yeah, see if I can capture 2996. I believe it's 2996. Or something like that. Which is the Lady of Legend. Down to celebrate the 50th anniversary, because that was the first train that actually ran to Dunster, I believe, from Minehead. So yeah, it should be interesting. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye. Well, welcome back. We are now on the train behind D7017. Erlestoke Manor is just to the right of us. That is 7812 Erlestoke Manor. D7017, I think we're behind. Something like it's 7017 or 7018. We'll now be heading up to Bishop's Lydiard. And then from Bishop's Lydiard, we'll be catching the same train back to Willerton, where we will be catching the Class 115 DMU back up to Bishop's Lydiard and a little bit further. And then from there, I still have no idea what I'm going to do, but you know, at least I've found out what I'm going to do when we get to Bishop's Lydiard. So I will try to get some footage of the runaround. Obviously the loco will have to run around and then go back to the front of the regular coaches. And we will end up in Willerton, which will be interesting. Not often I get to go to Willerton. There's only been a handful of times. It should be great fun. I will check back with you guys. I mean, it will probably be about an hour and 20 minutes if we include all the waiting for other locos. Blue Anchor, Willerton, Crocombe maybe. But yeah, it'll be great fun. I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna drink my cider because it's nice and warm in this coach, and I'll meet you guys back at Bishop's Lydiard, and where I will freeze to death again. See you guys soon. So we have just left Washford station. You can tell I've been drinking because I've started to wonder where the bloody hell I am. We're on our way to Watchet. Not getting off. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get off at Bishop's Lydiard for a little bit. I'm gonna watch the loco run around to the other side of the regular coaches. I'm using the right terminology. You can't shout with me in the comment section. And then we will be heading down to Willerton, where we will meet the Class 115 diesel multiple unit. And from there we will be heading to Bishop's Lydiard, as I said, and a little bit further. Now, after the DMU, I believe there'll be a little bit of waiting around, I think about an hour for the next service, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that may be the last service, but I may be very wrong about that. If it isn't the last service, I may go to Minot, film some more footage, and then come back to watch it, and that will be the end where I will end the video. But apart from that, I mean, it's been a fairly quiet day. It hasn't been super busy, not as busy as it was yesterday for sure, which is to be expected. Everybody comes down on the first day because, you know, the hype and stuff like that, but it's been good. It's definitely been good so far. I'm going to cheers with you guys, and I will see you guys when I get into Bishop's Lynyard, and we will, like I said, we'll watch the, we'll watch the loco run around, and then we'll go to Willerton on the same train. So, again, without further ado, cheers. I'll see you guys soon. We are now at Bishop's Lynyard. I have no idea what's going on with the highlights here, with the clouds and stuff, but we'll work with it. Hello, look at me. There you go. That's better. That's weird. Alright, Apple. Come on, Apple. Really? We are at Bishop's Lynyard station. I'm going to finish my drink and then we'll head into the museum because I won't mention it. Not everybody on this line is polite. Some people are. Most people, like 99% of people you'll meet, staff members, you know, workers, this, that and the other, are polite. They're really nice people to talk to. But you can meet the odd one that's just a miserable cow. It's just funny, isn't it? You know, railways like this run on voluntary roles and stuff like that. I strive to be kind. I've volunteered a few times on this railway, and I understand that it affects people's experiences. So if you don't enjoy your role, don't do it. You know, people don't come here to have people be rude to them. Just because I've got a drink in my hand, you know, it doesn't mean to say that I'm some chavvy idiot that doesn't know what the bloody hell they're doing. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, we're here at Bishop's Lynyard. Oh yeah. Slightly made myself dizzy there, but that's absolutely fine. So right up, let's see if I could do this. You probably won't be able to see it, but yeah, right there. That is D7017. That is a Class 33 Hymek. And that will be doing the run around, as I said, down, and then, now I should just flip the camera around really, but it's a pain in the ass. And then it'll be going down there, a little bit further down there, past that bridge that you see there. And it will be hooking up to the coaches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this camera around, and then we'll watch it go past, and then hook up to the coaches. So I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now. So good. Hey. It's so cool to see. If anyone knows in the comments section why the windscreen looks iridescent, I would be pleased to know. Is it some kind of anti-reflective coating? Potentially. So whilst they're talking, I guess I better discuss something about this YouTube channel specifically. A lot of what I do is raw. I don't do a lot of cuts or edits. So if things seem a little bit dull for a second, just let them. Watch this. What you guys just saw is the coupling of D7017, which I was right this entire time. It is D7017, the Class 33 Hymek, coupling up to the Raker coaches after it's done its run around from Bishop's Lydiard, which is a very cool thing to witness actually. Not a lot of footage of that on YouTube, and I know that because I've tried finding coupling videos. It's very cool to see, very cool to experience, and very honourable to be able to record. So I'm now on my second bottle of cider. Cider, are you that coming out again? Or you me Somerset accent? Cider. And yeah, I tried to record more stuff like that. Especially. Oh well, that was loud, eh? I wonder how that came across on YouTube. On video. So yeah, it's just nice to see stuff like that. You know, not every day you get to see that, and I know a lot of you don't live near heritage railways, a lot of you live near main lines, and you definitely don't get that on a mainline railway. So, I'm now going to sit down, and in a few minutes, a good few minutes, we will be heading over to, well, this train will be heading to Minehead, but we will be heading over to Willerton, where we will swap for the Class 115 diesel multiple unit, which is only 2 cars at the moment, even though it's usually 3 or 4 cars. A lot of them are in maintenance at the moment. waiting to be repaired, fixed and done up. So I'm going to finish my glass and yeah, we'll head off. Now, I'm not super fussed about getting footage of the museum. I've already shown that in the previous video, which again will not be uploaded at the time of the recording, but it will be uploaded later tonight, as it is currently exporting at home on my MacBook. So it took a long time to color grade it. It is in HDR. It was recorded in Dolby Vision, but I had to color grade it for YouTube and convert that to standard high dynamic range, which doesn't contain any dynamic metadata. So that means that I had to color grade it and make sure that everybody could watch it, regardless of whether or not you have a HDR plus, Dolby Vision, or etc. TV or monitor or phone. So when you see it on YouTube, it will be in standard high dynamic range, because YouTube doesn't support any dynamic metadata, things like Dolby Vision or HDR plus, but it will be in HDR 10. So it is 10-bit color, full 10-bit. And it took a while. I do put quite a bit of time and effort into my recordings and my videos that I make. As I understand, there's a lot of crap content on YouTube when it comes to heritage railways. And I think this is one of the biggest things. It's always mostly sanitized. You don't really see the true selves. I'm happy to consume my medical cannabis. I'm happy to drink on video and swear, because that's me. And my whole philosophy has always been, and it's the same on my Twitch channel, if you don't like the content that I produce, then why are you watching me? You know, if you don't like me or the content that I produce, then there's plenty of other channels out there, and I don't hate that. You know, some people like sanitized content, some people don't. And I don't like producing sanitized content because it isn't me. It's not the true me. Same with the reason why I tend to not cut down my videos much at all. Obviously, if there's like long gaps between something happening, then I'll cut it down a little bit. But most of the time, I tend to add commentary and keep it interesting whilst waiting for something. And I think that's really important. I just wanted to come out and say that, especially after, you know, the coupling and things like that. So the next time I see you guys will probably be at Willerton, unless something interesting happens. It'd be cool to capture a breakdown or a rescue on camera, but I've only ever had that once, and I've been riding the West Somerset Railway for almost 5 years. Over 5 years, actually. I've lived in Somerset now for almost, I've got to say, pretty much the entirety of my life. Honestly, I was born in Hull, up north. We like our Yorkshire puddings in our gravy. But I moved down south quite early in my life, way before I remember. So, yes, I will see you guys in Willerton if nothing interesting happens, and I will document the Class 115 diesel multiple unit as we head up the line. So, without further ado, I will see you guys in a bit. Take care, and I'm going to finish my drink. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. We are now at Willerton Station, which is very interesting because it's... people are walking into the DEPG shed. Okay, interesting. So we are back at Willerton Station. There we go. That is... I believe that's a Class 09. That one right there. Don't quote me, I'm probably wrong. I was wrong about the... diesel. D1717 is actually a Class 35 Hymek. Class 33 is the Cromptons. Not Hymeks. That is a Hymek though. That is a Class 35 Hymek. I was very wrong earlier. I got told by a driver. And we got a warship. You could actually see it kind of in the distance there. A little warship. I'm going to see if I can enter See if I can record it. But we've also got 2996, I believe, Victor. No, it's not Victor. It is Victor. Yes, it's Victor. 2996 Victor, which is quite interesting. Small little locomotive. Should be very interesting. It's also raining. Hiya. It is raining. I promise I'm not following. So yeah, it's quite interesting. The DUPG shed, not the shed itself, there's a lot of people, so I'm gonna have to really be careful here, try not to get as much water into my life. Oh, there we go. I can't be bothered to spin my camera around, so people are gonna think I'm recording them, but that is 2996. That is 2996 Victor. Is it original?
When you reopened it live.
Oh, that's the one that first ran from Minehead to Blue Anchor. Yes, there we go. See, and that is 2996 Victor. Beautiful engine, gorgeous whistle. A lot better than the Flying Scotsman, which sounds like a wet fart, really, in comparison with the size of the engine. You compare that to any A3 or A1 class, and yeah, Flying Scotsman's got a bit of a wet whistle. But Victor is absolutely... In fact, actually, yes, you can see the nameplate on there. You guys can't see that. I really can't be bothered to turn my camera around. I think it's using my AirPods as a microphone, so I really do apologise to you guys if my audio sounds a bit off. I am trying my hardest. I got my AirPods in still because I was listening to music on the train. I speak as loudly as possible without disturbing people, and I do apologise if I am disturbing anybody in my surroundings, but with how windy it is, I doubt anybody can actually hear me. So, what a beautiful locomotive. She actually reminds me of Lady from the Thomas the Tank Engine and the Magic Railroad when I was a kid. Not the exact same, but fairly similar. It's really rainy. Not like as bad as it could be living in the UK. But yes, I'm going to go over to the other side of the platform, and I'm also going to ask a question to this friendly gentleman next to him.
Okay.
Give me a sec, guys. I will be back. So the DMU... Stop focusing on my hand. Stop focusing on my hand. Is over there. If my phone will not focus on my hand. So that is 2996 Victor. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's got the WSR name, the WSR plates, but you can see finally. Stop focusing, well, bloody hand. You can see Victor. There you go. It's got an airplane symbol. I wonder what that stands for. There you go. Let me see if I can zoom in for that. Oh, wow. Bloody hell. Wow. Look at that. There's Victor right there. Gorgeous colour. Little bit different from... I don't know whether or not that would be classed as a saddle or a pannier. Not a pannier, no. I call that a saddle tank more than anything. But yeah, I think it's its own class. I know it has a class. Every locomotive has a class, but I'm not sure which Victor is. See if I can... WG Bagnall. Oh, there you go. 2996, 1851. Is that? No, 1951. Bloody hell. Sorry, go on. No, it's alright, go on. See, I can be polite, guys. I'm not always rude. But if any of you came down during the autumn steam gala of last year, you'll know that the LSWR locomotive that came down to visit was actually quite a poor runner on this line, unfortunately. So it wasn't able to pull as many coaches, but bearing in mind the LSWR loco is technically bigger than 2996 Victor. It's quite surprising to see this pulling more coaches than the LSWR loco that came to visit down in the Autumn Steam Gala last year. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video really quickly. There'll probably be a jump cut until the DMU starts coming down. Yeah, it's not moving yet, so I will start recording when it starts coming down and arriving into the platform. And when that signal drops down. Yeah, look at me, I'm going to zoom into that signal right there. When that signal drops down, Jesus, jeez. That one right there you go. When that's, there's a bus. When Gemini. When that signal drops down, I will start recording again, and I will show you guys Victor depart. Look at that, that looks amazing. I love this one. Yes, I will show you guys Victor departing Willerton Station, which is where we are. Let me see if I can find it. No, I can't. In fact, I'm going to walk over. Try not to record people as I'm walking over, because that's weird, and I'm not a weirdo. Oh, that was slippy. I nearly slipped. That was interesting. So we got ROF Bridgewater #1. This is something I've been asking you guys. If somebody knows what class of locomotive and number this locomotive is given, I'll be very thankful. We've got D4107, which, if I remember rightly, is a Class O. Oh, I'm going to get this bloody well wrong and get corrected in the comment section. I believe that's a Class 09. And the new shunter, oh look, I can zoom in. That one is a Class 08. I don't know my shunters very well. I don't know diesels very well. And I don't know steams very well. So I don't know what you're expecting from me. But I'm going to zoom into the warship. Let's see if I can point to the warship. There you go, there's a warship. Right there. So, what I'm going to do, if you guys can still hear me, I'm going to see if I have enough time to... Actually, never mind, I won't have enough time, I know that. So, I'm going to wipe the camera lens, because there's a water droplet on my camera lens now. And we will, yeah, I'll see you guys on the DMU or when either one of these leaves. So, see you guys very soon, very shortly. Goodbye. Bye for now. Oh, shit. So we are now on the Class 115 diesel multiple unit. That is actually a West Somerset Railway home locomotive. I do apologise. It's quite loud. It's probably going to get quite busy real quick, so I'm not sure how long I can record for unless I get permission from people that sit in front of me and next room. I don't actually think many people will get on this. I think most people are here to see 2996 Victor, which I did just get footage of. It's quite interesting. It's been a really, really good day. So when we get to... Do you know what? I'm going to leave that a surprise. But when we come back to Bishop's Lydeard, we will be grabbing... No, actually, we're coming straight back on this same locomotive. I just realised that, yes. So the diesel multiple unit will be taking us back to Watch It, where I will be ending this video and doing my famous outro, which is me talking a load of bollocks. I've got one more bottle of cider. I've got one more bottle of cider in my pocket, and I've also got this currant bottle, one more bottle in my pocket. I've also got a Luxley Sport because they get a little bit too tipsy. Well, we will record what's going to happen next. So I'm not going to bother recording Stegumbo or Crocombe or anything like that, because we've all seen this before. I've recorded, I've got plenty of videos coming out of those kinds of places and me visiting all the stations along the line. And in fact, there will be a few videos discussing the, like I said, there'll be a few videos discussing the different stations along the railway. And I want to kind of make that a series. So it'll be there'll be many parts, because you've got Norton Fitzwarren, you've got Bishop's Lydeard, and then you've got Crocombe Heathfield, then you've got Stigumber, then you've got Willerton, then you've got Watchet. Well, technically you've got Doniford Holt, and then Watchet, and then you've got Washford, then you've got Blue Anchor, and then Dunster, and then my name. So that's a few decent videos that I could produce and make for you guys. I think that could be really interesting, showing off every station, showing the pros and the cons and where it is, the towns themselves. Do a little bit of a vlog, make them 30-45 minutes long each, a little bit of a mini documentary. I think that could be really cool to do. So I'll look into doing that, but that will not be happening today or on the 50th anniversaries or any galas, because a gala is supposed to be focused on the locomotives, when I could do separate videos of the stations themselves and, you know, keep the content on the locomotives themselves, which is why galas exist, so you can see a wide range of locomotives, different ones, mixed traction weekends, diesel, steams, blah 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 blah. So without further ado, I'm going to put my AirPods back in and I will start the video again roughly when we get to Bishop's Lydeard. Okay, so without further ado, cheers everybody, goodbye, and I'll see you guys at Bishop's Lydeard. Bye for now, and cheers again, bye. So, I know I said I'd end the video because I thought it was going to get a little bit busier than that. When I was on the platform, it was hugely busy. I thought everybody would start getting on, but I was right. So, most people were there for 2996 Victor. I know I keep mentioning that like it's bloody gospel, don't I? Ignore my runny nose, it's very cold outside and I'm drinking. So I feel warm, but I know damn well my body temperature is like down at the gutter. I feel warm, so that's alright. A lot warmer now when I started drinking than I did when I felt sober, so. If any of you are wondering what I'm drinking, it's Harry's cider, it's Dabinate, it's made in Somerset, it's cider. Because I am a cider drinker and I drinks it all of the day. So we're now heading over to Bishop's Lydeard, where I will update you guys again. But I just wanted to say something. You know, it's been a really long winter. You know, the West Somerset Railway has been closed for a decent time over the winter period. They usually are, with a few events here and there, but most of it's like engineering works and cutting back and things like that. So, and by cutting back, I mean like cutting back the line side, trees, bushes, hedges, weeds, blah 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 blah. You know, renewing stuff that needs to be renewed. Like there was a project at Blue Anchor where they renewed the signals. Which is quite interesting. I saw a few Facebook posts on there, and if any of you are on Facebook, you can find the West Somerset Railway group. There was a sound whistle board there, but there was no horn. Naughty. So, you know, and I think I wanted to make something very clear. I know there's a lot of train enthusiast content on YouTube, but there's not a lot of enthusiast content on YouTube where it's themselves. You know, you've got a lot of people with a tripod, put a camera on, point it at a train or a station, and move on. But I'm me, you know, I have medical cannabis, I have a prescription, I drink, I smoke, and I'm very open about that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this, that and the other, you know, I'm not gonna stop swearing or anything like that. Obviously, I'm not gonna swear on a train or anything, unless it's just me in a carriage or just, you know, very few people. But it's nice to be myself on a YouTube channel, and that's what I really like about my Twitch channel as well. I can be myself, I don't have to worry about anything, anybody, I can just be me, you know. And this YouTube channel used to be a gaming channel. There are a lot of videos, you know, a lot of gaming videos and things like that. But this YouTube channel is going to change. If you guys want to see gaming content, my Twitch channel is where to go. And I might post some random stuff here and there, you know, playthroughs and things like that. But this channel's mine. And I want you guys to remember that. You know, it's my channel. And it's not going to be sanitized. I don't use scripts. I don't cut it down severely, you know. I don't mind long form content. I don't mind if you guys skip through to the things that you want. But I'd rather offer you guys the ability to see me for who I am and what I do than somebody who I'm not. And who I'm not is somebody who's very sanitized. I'm not a sanitized person. I couldn't really give a shit. I really couldn't. I don't get paid. I don't care about monetization. You know, if you guys want to support me, I'll open up a Patreon or something, but I'm not at that point yet, you know, and I really don't care about money. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I love it. I love producing content. I love showing you guys what's around, the locomotives that are available, the experiences, the people, the knowledge. Despite the fact that I called a Class 33 a Hymek earlier when it's a Class 35 D7017, the blue one. Beautiful locomotive, but yeah, not a Class 33, it's a Class 35 Hymek. So, I just wanted to point that out. You know, give you guys a little bit of an update again as we are leaving. Look at that dynamic range. Yeah, as we are leaving Willerton. And just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and a little bit of backstory. I know I touched on it earlier, but I want it to be a little bit more personal, you know? Think of it like travelling with a bunch of friends. You know, I don't have many friends IRL. This is an event, this is, you know, it's me being real. You know, I don't have many friends IRL, but I do love making content and showing you guys what's to offer in my home county of Somersetshire. Oh, that's very clear, isn't it? Oh, I love this phone. Way better than my 14 Pro Max. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love cider. So you do. Very lucky to live here. And it's the longest heritage railway in the United Kingdom, which also includes Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. So, one thing I did want to mention, if you guys have any suggestions of railways that you want me to visit, any requests that you want me to do, any locomotives you want me to look out for and, you know, produce content on, just let me know. You know, and if I get something wrong, if I miss a class, you know, or mispronounce a class, or, you know, think something when it isn't that something, point it out. I encourage being corrected because I want to learn alongside you guys. I'm no professional. You know, I've volunteered a few times on the railway, and I'm a train enthusiast. You know, but I ain't no professional. I'm not gonna know every class number, every you know, every detail. So if you guys have any information for me and you want me to learn, feel free to put it in the comment section. You know, I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to learn. And I'm not going to argue, you know. Yeah, I'll see you guys at Bishop's Lydiard. Yeah. Cheers. We are back, and we're at Bishop's Lydiard, but you may notice something a little bit different, and that's the fact that I'm not getting off the train. And there is a reason for that. And for those of you that live local, you'll obviously know the answer to this, because by the time I've uploaded this video, which will be in about 6 bloody years once I've colour graded, I'm laughing now, I'm like wasted. Not that far actually, I've only had 3. But for those of you that live local, you obviously will know the answer to this, especially if you went to the 50th anniversary. For a lot of people that live local, a lot of you have annual passes. But I know a lot of people that don't, and this is, you know, it's kind of the reason why I choose to make these videos. I'm not pointing a tripod at, you know, at a train station and just recording trains, and I don't mind people that do that. But there's not a lot of people that do what I do, and that's raw, uncut content. I don't script, I don't point a camera at a train station. Again, don't mind people that do. But I don't do any of that. I'm me. I drink, I smoke weed, you know, I've got a medical cannabis prescription, so don't judge me for that. But we're staying on the train, and for those of you that don't live local, you may be wondering what the bloody hell I'm still staying on the train for. Now, there is very few footage from the previous video that I recorded of what I'm doing, so some of you may know, but by the time when I'm recording this video, as I'm recording it, listen to that sound. It sounds good. So this Class 115 diesel multiple unit actually uses a form of manual transmission. I believe it's a Rolls-Royce or a Leyland. One of those two, and I do not know which one because I don't know. Somebody, again, willing to be corrected in the comment section. I'm not going to judge. But yes, we are staying on for quite a bit, and I will show you guys exactly why when we arrive. But for now, look at that. I'm going to cut the video and I'm going to spin my camera around. That's what I'm going to do. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, it's good. That'd be a good idea. So, I'm going to get ready to spin my camera around and we will see. So I will see you guys in, I don't know, it takes about 10-12 minutes to get to Norton Fitzwarren roughly. So yeah, I'll see you guys then, because it's very, very cool. So we are just, and this is what I wanted to show you guys. Down there, past down there, is the Norton Fitzwarren station, and many people will be wondering where we're going. Many people will be wondering what that is, and that, my friends, is the Network Rail mainline. No, it's not. This isn't. That is. There we go. So I'll zoom in a little bit there. Oh, hello. Brilliant. There we go. Look at that. There you go. So this is the Network Rail mainline. I'm hoping in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, a mainline train should be passing us. If we don't pass before then. So this is Norton Fitzwarren. That's Network Rail boundary. And in front of us is over there. Sorry. Now if I go over to this side. Sorry, mate. No. Just be careful of my drink. Sorry. It's just on the floor there. I am polite, guys. See? So as you can see, if I can zoom in, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So this is, yeah, this is something you don't really get to see often. Normally you stop at the Norton Fitzwarren station. I do apologise that the wind's quite bad, it's quite windy. I live in the UK, what do you expect? And that is the Network Rail mainline. So up there is towards Taunton, Bristol and the west. Just be careful of my drink, sorry. It's to the right. That's alright. And that is the Network Rail mainline. So up there is towards Taunton, Bristol, Bath, Castlecarey, things like that. And down, bloody hell, I'm zoomed in, aren't I? Down this side, look at it, it's focusing on my hand. Down this side is towards Exeter, and I believe it heads to Plymouth as well, but it will switch off. Exeter doesn't lead to Plymouth, blah, 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 vice versa. But look at that, you can actually see the flashing signals. That is a digital signalling. Proudly supported by the European Train Control System Level 2. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. Look at that, is absolutely... Oh, you've got a temporary speed restriction. Ooh, there's a TSR board. Now, hopefully in a minute or so, there should be a mainline locomotive passing us, if I am correct. What time is it? Anybody got the time?
And this one's checked no time troubles.
So, yeah. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's just something you don't really get to see every day, and I know not many people will get the opportunity to go this far. Like I said, normally the West Somerset Railway locomotives that are heading to Norton Fitzwarren usually stop at the junction, at the platform, and then the locomotive detaches from the Raker coaches and then heads over past the well, it goes through the loop and starts doing a shunt. But yeah, that's flashing yellow, so that won't be coming this way, that'll be coming down from Taunton. So that's, like I said, that is Taunton up there. So if that's flashing yellow, that is a single flashing yellow, so that's actually a warning. So I doubt any train will be coming up here. So it'll probably be coming down from that direction. Hopefully we'll see a Class 800 International Express train or a Class 220 Voyager. Maybe a 150 if we're really, really lucky. But that is very, very rare because that's a shuttle service. Very rare you often see those at Taunton. But they do happen very occasionally when Great Western Railway can't be asked to put a Class 800 onto the things. Just like cross country. 4 coach to bloody Scotland. And anybody in the UK knows exactly what I'm talking about when I mention that. Because cross country are a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna get... Thankfully I'm not monetized. And honestly, YouTube, don't bother monetizing me because I won't be monetized. I drink and I smoke. Get over it. So yes. Ooh. Is it coming this way? Towards Taunton? Oh. Oh, flashing yellow signal. That means, okay, cool. Gotcha. Very appreciate that. Thank you, mate. So, I'm going to try not to get... Brilliant. I'm going to try not to get anybody on camera. I do apologise. I'll blur faces out if you want me to. Thank you for moving my drink. I appreciate that. So it's... Oh, my shoulder. So there we go. I'm probably going to cut this video down a little bit, which is rare for me, but... Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, you bastard! Oh, it's so wet. Oh my god, I love living in the UK. Hashtag sarcasm. Brilliant. So yeah, so that's towards Exeter and Plymouth. Yes, there you go. Oh my god, it's so rainy. I apologise about water droplets on the screen. Oh, it's there! There we go. So that is a Class 800 International Express train. That is a Great Western Railway to Paddington.
I'm just going to see coming through today is an 18.
That is an 8 coach.
Going to London, Paddington.
Woohoo! Look at that! Yes! Yes! Absolutely brilliant!
What an experience
What?
that was!
Wow! Wow, wow, wow! So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the inside of the coach. That was something you really don't get to see every day. Not only did we get, I believe that was a 3/4 tone horn from a Class 800 International Express train from Great Western Railway. That was an 8-car IUT, I do believe. Then again, I'm probably wrong, like I always am. But we actually got a tone and I caught it on camera, and I'm very, very thankful for that. That is brilliant. I'm so happy. So, so happy. I'm definitely going to cheers to that one. And like I said, that's just not something you get to experience every day. Let alone go to Norton Fitzwarren, but going as far as the Network Rail boundary and seeing the main line and a Class 800 going past with a toned horn is absolutely fantastic. And I'm very, very thankful to not only see that myself, but get to show you guys as well. From my POV, that was absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy. I'm over the moon. I am flabbergasted. It's a nice word, isn't it? That's my new favourite word. Let's have a favourite word of the week. Brilliant. And we just left right after that, so I wonder if the driver was actually waiting for that. That was, either way, very cool to experience. Really, really honoured to hear that. And I appreciate, if anybody from the West Somerset Railway is watching in the future or now, I really, really appreciate the work that goes behind, you know, keeping this railway open, and the trips to Norton Fitzwarren, which used to be really, really rare. But it seems quite recently that they're making that quite frequent. So maybe that's a nod to the future. Maybe it's possible to ride from Taunton to Bishop's Lydeard in the future. Network Rail and West Somerset Railway. But either way, I'm so glad I got to show you guys that. This is the route back down to Bishop's Lydeard. I will be staying on this train down to watch it. I don't think I'll be bothering to really film that much. I'll see if, you know, if anything interesting happens. If I see an interesting locomotive, I'll be able to, you know, I'll be sure to film it. But for now, I will leave you guys with that pure satisfaction. And I'll see you guys whenever something happens, or when we're back and watch it when I do my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know which microphone this is using. This is not the 9351 Mogul. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the cab. But anyway, this is a 9351 Mogul. Again, you've probably seen this already. Again, with 7812 of Erlestoke Manor, you've seen this. And Odney Manor, I believe you've also seen. But this is a 9351 Mogul, and it's great to show this because it's in the new livery, the black and red stripes. Gorgeous. Absolutely bloody stunning. The work that they've done on this gal is absolutely fantastic. I mean, seriously, look at that. Even the red nameplate, if I could zoom into that, look at that. We're going to go to, but look at that. West Somerset Railway 9351, it is a Mogul. If you have a look at the wheel layout, that is a 3032. Is that an 032? Yeah, I believe it is an 032. I don't think there's any running wheels under the cab there, so... Oh, look. You can see the reflection of the fire. In fact, if... Oh, it smells so good. If I keep it this way, you should be able to see the fire box. Oh yeah, I bet you guys can hear that. Wow. Ooh, well, hello. Look at that. I believe that is the steam gauge. Oh, what? I don't know. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Don't tell me we're broken down already. We've had a great day so far. That smells like a bloody... Do you know what that smells like? A Volkswagen T4. Proper diesel. Oh, there you Oh, wow, I caught that. Oh, that was a wheel slip. I caught that. There's a firebox there. Next time I'll see you guys is back and watch it where I do my outro. That was cool to watch though. Ladies and gents, that is me done for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. It's a manual. The Class 115s actually use some form of manual transmission. But I really appreciate you guys for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to record. There's a fencer. To record today. We've seen a lot of stuff. We've actually seen every locomotive that has been on offer today, which is really bloody rare. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's gonna be a bit of work to edit, but I'll do it. I'll get it out. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. It's really been a pleasure. So, without further ado, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, stay loved, stay appreciated, and goodbye. Cheers.